Hello, Internet. I'm sick, so sorry if you can't hear my voice properly. But today I'm here to do the Play with Your Emotions tag by Pad from Prongs '07, also known as Ray Lee. Got my list. Let's do this. The first emotion is happy, and the books I've chosen for happy are all the Peanuts books by Charles Schulz. I've been reading these for a long time, borrowing them from the library and picking them up at, like garage sales and op shops and such. And they just make me, like, every time I pick them up and I read a couple of pages, I just laugh. If you don't know, they are little comic strips, and it just makes me really happy every time I pick them up. Yeah. The second emotion is sad, and for this, I've chosen Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows by J.K. Rowling. Pretty much you could put the whole Potter series into this category, but then you could also put the Potter series, as Kayla Reid said, into all of them. To all of the categories, because Potter means everything. I can't publicize enough, really, how big of a fan I am of Potter. Potter has changed my life entirely with the people I've met because of Potter, and how much I've taken to reading because of it. As I started reading these when I was 10, and that's when my reading started to skyrocket. And this one especially, because I remember picking it up when I was 13, 2007, on the day it came out, and I read it all day. As soon as I got it at like 9:30 a.m., I got it and read it all the day until 2 a.m. And I remember being so distraught when Harry walks into the forest to sacrifice himself. It is heart wrenching. I just I sobbed. Like, I've never cried in a book like I did this. It's still to this day. Like, I cry quite a bit in books, and I don't know why I get really emotionally attached, but it is still to this day. I've never been so emotionally affected by a series. So, Potter. The third emotion is angry, which I don't actually have this book because I gave it away because it's terrible. But that book is Destroying Avalon by, I think, something McCarthy. I haven't bothered to look it up for this purpose. I had to read it in year 10 for English, and it was terrible. Like, it was just, like, every bit of it just made me want to die. It's just so bad. The fourth emotion is nostalgia, of which I have a lot of books to show. Pretty much for nostalgia, I've chosen all the books I used to read when I was a kid. So, basically, anything Enid Blyton, such as The Folk of the Faraway Tree, The Fabulous Four, The Birthday Kitten being my favourite, and The Wishing Chair again. This book especially, I got, I think, for my 9th birthday, and I've read it so much that pages are missing, and I've got stickers on the back, and I don't know why I liked it so much, but it was one of my favourite books. I've also got Dizzy by Kathy Cassidy, which I think I first read around the same time when I was 9 or 10. I got it free in a magazine, and I read the hell out of it. And Super Fudge by Judy Blume, which I've also read over and over. The fifth emotion is scared. For scared, I've chosen all the Paul Jennings books, pile and a bit here, because I don't know, Paul Jennings writes these books full of short stories, and they're all sort of creepy and strange and mental. And there's a few of them that just used to, like, make my skin crawl, and that's why I've chosen that, really, because even now when I still read them, there's particularly a story about faces in walls, and it used to creep me out so much. And I don't really read anything else that scares me, so there's that. Slightly nostalgic also. The sixth emotion is surprised, and for this I've chosen The Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Pie Society by Marianne Schaefer and Anne Burroughs. I chose this for this category because I was surprised about how much I liked it. Like, I picked it up and I started reading it, and it was finished 24 hours later because I sat in English and just read and read and read and read and read. and I've always liked the letter format in books, so I really enjoyed this. Yeah. But the seventh emotion is disappointed, and for this, I've chosen City of Fallen Angels by Cassandra Clare. After I finished City of Glass, the third book series, I was like, it was supposed to be a trilogy. I think it was originally supposed to wrap up after three, and I was really happy with it, and I really liked it, and I was just like, oh, it's all over, as you do at the end of a series. But it was good, and I liked the way it ended. And then she announced she was going to make three more, and I thought, yeah, it could be okay. And I read it, and I think a reviewer on Goodreads said it perfectly. It was sort of like unnecessary emotional turmoil. Like you didn't need to put your characters through this more. I felt, and this might be an unpopular opinion. I'm not sure, but I didn't like it at all, and I just got so frustrated with it. But I was really disappointed by how much I didn't like it. I don't know why it has a Stephanie Meyer quote in the front, but yeah. The eighth emotion is distress. For this, I've chosen Mockingjay by Suzanne Collins, which is the third in the Hunger Games series, as you know, trilogy, as you probably know. Yeah, well, I think the Get Bookish said the same thing. It's everything about this book distresses me. Like people, like especially maybe this part of it, like this last bit of it, because people are dying and things happening. The whole time, like the first time I read it, I think I was just like, everything's happening and I don't know what to do. It was so distressing emotion, and and it was yeah, it caused all the emotions, and that's why I've chosen Mockingjay by Suzanne Collins. The final emotion is confused. And for confused, I've chosen The Wind-Up Bird Chronicle by Haruki Murakami. I think I've said that right. And this is the first Haruki Murakami book I've read. I've got Norwegian Wood on my shelf, but I haven't read it yet, and I want to because I really liked this. I really liked it. But at the same time, it's very surreal, and and there's a lot that you just sort of like. There was bits of it where it'd start in some like in his mind, and things would happen, and I got really confused, and it was really and well, it was confusing. That's why I've chosen it for this, and I found it got like, and it'd take me a while to sort of comprehend what was happening in that part. So that's why I've chosen it for confusing. It's a good book, but it can be very odd, to say the least. And so that's been the Play With Your Emotions tag. Thanks. Double digits of followers. Now I have 10 followers. Woo! Bye.